Welcome to Behind the Fence. We are here today. I'm here today with Megan Atkinson, who is the executive director. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Of Mariposa Safe Families. We have a quicker, kind of shorter episode today, unlike our longer form structured interviews that go longer. Now, this can go as long as you want. I know
All
you're
right, we'll
very
see.
busy, but where I just wanted to get with Megan because there's a big event coming up this weekend
Yes,
that we want to talk about. But again, at first, I want to thank you for joining me today.
of course.
Um, so tell me, we're here in the Safe Families building.
We are.
Where are we? Where is the Safe Families building for those that might not know?
Okay, so this is our Family and Community Enrichment Center. It's located on the corner of 8th and Bullion Street in town, and it serves everybody in the community that needs an extra support, a helping hand. And this office is staffed by 4 staff members, and we do a lot out of this building. We do everything from parent caregiver support groups. We have commodity distributions for those who need a helping hand. We have a food pantry where we support families facing food insecurity.
Excellent.
That's been great to have the partnerships to keep that going. We do parenting classes, nurturing parenting. We run an after school program for TK through 4th grade out of this building, which is amazing. It's so great to have that support for the families and the kids. We have a computer lab where we do resume building. We partner with Motherlode Job Training to come in and do resume building workshops, job applications, you name it. It's
Wow.
pretty incredible.
There's a
Yeah.
lot going on here. I'll share that when I got here. I've been here before. My daughter's been to some events
Yeah.
here. I think a CPR training
Mm-hmm.
that maybe occurred. And I think I dropped her off and picked her up in here. But when I
Yes.
first got here, for those that maybe haven't been in here, pop in and check it out because there is some amazing stuff down the hallway. There's amazing resources. I was looking
Thank
at
you.
all of the posters of the events. You've got an event for fathers. You've got events for, I mean, what kind of events do you have coming up? I'm
Yeah.
missing some of them, but
So we have our All Dads Rock program that is
that's
geared
rock.
towards dads who just need, just extra support. We have a great father mentor that comes in and he's amazing. We have on average 6 to 7 dads,
Okay.
and it's once a month with one-on-one sessions available as well. And then we have our Mothers Empowering Mothers support group. And those are our biggest parent support programs where the moms can just come. We offer childcare, we offer dinner. The kids just tear the place up, have the time of their lives. While the moms get a little break, which every mom, every dad, every caregiver needs a break here and there.
Absolutely.
So outside of those programs, we have Safe at Home coming up tomorrow.
Let's talk about
Or
that.
not
It's
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
Saturday.
Well, I might post this Friday, but it's coming out
Oh,
on Saturday. What's the date? It's
Saturday the 28th.
okay.
Yes. So a lot of planning goes into this event annually. Becky Coburn, she's our lead prevention specialist, puts in a lot of time and effort. Our partner agencies come in. I think we have over 20 partner agencies that are
Okay.
signed up. They'll come, we take over the whole block, they set up tables, canopies, they have fun engagement activities for the kids. And it's a great opportunity for the community to really connect and see these entities and these agencies in a different form, right? A different way.
Right.
And connections are built, social connections are built. Some of our partners include probation. Mariposa County Probation is one of our biggest partners.
Great.
Central California Alliance for Health. We have Native Solutions is joining us. Just a ton of folks. The Sheriff's Office, Search and Rescue.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fun's going to be had, and of course we have Easter egg hunts for all
Oh,
ages.
you have Easter egg hunt this
We are
Saturday.
going to have some serious Easter egg hunting
Okay.
happening.
How many
So
eggs do you guys make?
we have probably 4,000 eggs.
4,000 eggs.
Yes.
All righty.
So we are ready to rock and roll with this, and it's going to be great. It's from 10 a.m. to 2.
Okay.
And yeah,
And you mentioned so 8 and bullion. So for those that may not know, you should know, but if you're figuring out
yeah,
the lay of the town. This is the road on the way up to the high school. It's
yes.
about 1 block away from the courthouse. So if they came up on Saturday around 10 o'clock,
hmm
they probably won't miss it, right?
They won't miss it. Follow the signs, look for the Easter bunny running around. Yeah, you'll find us.
Now I understand. I remember last Halloween. We'll talk about. I want to talk more about safe families and
hmm
safe at home event that's coming up Saturday. But if I recall as well, Halloween.
Yes,
This is the place, right? So up in
this
the
is the
same. So if
place.
you've come up for Halloween and gone trick or treating and gone around the trunk or
The
treat
trunk or treat.
event, is actually it's the same place that we're going to have
It is
safe
safe
at
at
home
home.
this weekend.
Yeah.
So tell me, so the types of services that are here are about community building, I guess
Mhm.
you would say. Would that be right?
Community building, community resilience, family resilience. Safe Families, we are the designated child abuse prevention council for the county.
Okay.
So we do a lot of prevention work, right? And early intervention,
Yeah.
child development work. And we've kind of steered in 2020, we had a little a realignment, I guess you can say, where we really shifted more towards like the social work aspect
Okay.
of what we do in running a family enrichment center and expanding it to a community center. Um, we've really beefed up our partnerships with, say, Health and Human Services, child welfare. If there's a family that comes to them that doesn't rise to the level of child welfare intervening, that's where
Okay.
we come in.
So you're saying, let me back up. Let me back up and make sure I understand.
Hmm.
And I got to talk a little louder. We've had some technical difficulties in this low budget affair that is my show, and that one of the mics broke. So I'm kind of yelling at you, and I don't mean to yell at
You're
you, but
fine.
I just want to make sure that my voice gets picked up over there. But let me make sure I understand what you just said.
Mhm.
So if there is, and I'm trying to be respectful about this. I don't
Yeah,
want to be disrespectful. If there's some parenting struggles that somebody might be going through
right.
that isn't criminal or
Mhm.
isn't rise to that type of level, but maybe they're struggling with parenting a child, they're struggling their
Mhm.
child behaving, or they're those types of things. That's not inherently like, again, criminal or
Right.
result in those types of more dramatic interventions. This is where Mariposa Safe Families can come in
Yeah.
and offer resources,
Yes.
counseling type
Mhm.
support, other. Can you talk a little bit more
Yeah.
about that?
So you're absolutely correct. So if say somebody turns in a referral to child welfare and it doesn't prompt a response. So they run it through a tool. If it doesn't prompt a response, they still want to make sure that that family is connected to a service that can provide what's called INR services, information and referral services.
Gotcha.
And that's what we do. So we get the referral, we connect with the family, and we see what they need because let's be real, life happens, right?
Yeah.
Life happens to all of us. And sometimes all these folks need is just a helping hand, a break, a little extra support. And that's what we do at the
I mean, I would
Enrichment
argue
Center.
that that's amazing. First of all, I would
Well,
argue that
thank
we
you.
all need that. I don't think there
Yeah,
should be any
absolutely.
stigma behind that type of
Hmm.
thing. Listen, I raised two kids. I was not very good at raising the babies. Like,
Yeah,
nothing terrible, but I just the sleepless nights, the difficult,
it's a lot.
just those types of things, and behavioral. And now I have a teenager. God bless it. Love you, Sarah, if you see this. But I have a teenager and a
Yeah.
preteen, and that brings its own challenges. And I think that's what makes this community so special.
Right.
Is the reality is that we all at some time need that
Yes.
help, and sometimes people might not be aware or sure
Hmm.
of who they can turn to,
Right.
and that's where Mariposa
That's
State
where we
Families
come
comes in.
in, and I think that's the beautiful thing about what we do. And I'm going to brag about my team for a
Yeah,
minute. I mean, our team is comprised of dedicated, well-trained individuals that have empathy, they have understanding and lived experiences, right? Whether it happened to them or family, they understand and they're not afraid if somebody walks in the door crying, having a crisis. They're not afraid to sit on the ground with them,
yeah.
calm them
Okay.
down, get, SO rolling, get whoever needs to get here. Um, yeah, so I think that's the beautiful thing, and having a team comprised of those individuals that have an understanding and they really want to help people, it
Yeah.
makes all the difference in the world.
It's not just a number.
It's
It's
not
not
just a
just
number.
another box or another caseload.
Right.
There's real things happening here, and it's catered. Of course,
Yes.
there's a set of services that I'm sure are there, but there, when you have that level of empathy, if I'm hearing you correctly,
Yes.
that probably leads to more customized stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I know a lot of it looks, like unicorns and rainbows
Yeah.
right from the outside, but there's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes on here. And I'm so proud of our team and the organization, and I'm excited for where we're going. And
What do
it's
you
been
want? Do
great.
you want to tell me more? Where are you going? You want to talk?
Well,
You got anything? Nothing official, of course. I don't want you to
yeah.
it's not official yet, but you got anything?
Well,
Any peaks? Obviously, this
yeah.
Saturday. You're gonna be in the
Yeah,
parking lot having a good time.
we
We should be
are.
too.
Yes, we hope you all come out. It's going to be a great day, and it's a great opportunity, like I said, to connect with entities and agencies and organizations. But yeah, we have some exciting things. We have our youth center that
Yeah.
is located right above our enrichment center, and that is geared towards youth 5th grade through 12th grade.
Okay.
We have after school programs, pop in hours. Friday, as you know, with Sarah is late start Friday,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
they start at 9:10. So our team, our youth empowerment team is here early. They're cooking breakfast, they're getting
Okay.
everything ready. The kids can come in, they can play 9 square, basketball. We have a switch up there, just different things they can do. Just to kind of give them a safe space to be
Right. If mom or
before
dad's got to
school.
be at work till
Yeah.
8 o'clock and can't,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
So that's been really awesome to have. Late last year, we were designated as the Children's Advocacy Center for Mariposa County.
Okay.
So we are working towards kind of expanding that and more details to come soon. But we are excited to just work with our community partners, Sheriff's Office, the DA's Office, Victim Services, and other partners, child welfare, just to make sure that families and kiddos who, have potentially been victimized get the support and the care that they
Mm,
need. So,
excellent.
yeah, so there's some things transpiring, but
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. That's fantastic. Can I ask maybe, where to, if somebody wanted to support the organization,
Hmm.
is it funded through government grants? Is there fundraiser events that
Yes.
if people can attend if they're interested? It's just something I don't even know about. Can you?
Right. So we are a 501(c)(3). So we are a nonprofit. So we run on grants
Gotcha.
and donations. We have received a substantial amount of donations for different programs. We have an elderly senior support program. We have our Play It Forward program, which provides youth sports equipment
Okay.
to kids who just need a helping
Yeah.
hand with the sports equipment
Yeah.
or their
It's not cheap.
fees. It
The
is
only
not
baseball
cheap.
still, right? Those
Yeah.
baseball bats are wild these days.
Yes, they are
I don't
expensive.
know.
And they need the hot
You got to
bat,
get the new one. It's like
Yeah,
$400 or something.
it is. It's
Anyway,
crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, so we get a lot of donations. And yeah, it's been really great. We have been looking to beef up our fundraising.
Okay.
Now that we are kind of in a spot where strategically planning where we want to be,
Yep.
I think now it's time to look into like
You kind of have a vision for where
more.
you're trying to go,
Absolutely.
and so
Yeah.
that's where now we can plan some fundraising
Some
potential
fun stuff.
opportunities.
Maybe a
Something for,
softball tournament,
yeah.
pickleball. I
Ooh,
don't know anything about pickleball, but I've
it's a
heard it's
big
fun.
thing. It's a big thing.
I've heard.
I've never played it, but it's a big thing.
Yeah, and then we have want to speak on Operation Easter. I don't know if you're familiar with Operation
I'm
Easter,
not.
but this is
Let's
our
talk about it.
yeah, let's talk about it. So 4 years ago, we teamed up with the sheriff's office um, to provide Easter meals to
Oh,
families
okay.
in the county who are just facing food insecurity, need a little support. And it has grown instrumentally to the point where we will probably be serving 100 meals, possibly 125
Okay.
next Friday. So
Okay.
we work in partnership with the sheriff's office, the sheriff's foundation, probation, and Pioneer Market. And they give funding to the program. We spearhead it, we get the list, and then all 4 agencies go out and
Drop them
deliver
off.
meals.
Wow.
I know.
That's incredible.
It's awesome.
Over 100 this year.
Yeah.
What's the goal? Sorry, I'm
Well,
off.
I think we're hitting 90 right now.
Okay.
It closes tomorrow. So if you need an Easter meal, give us a call
Yeah.
tomorrow, 209-966-2211.
2211.
And then yeah, so I'm really stoked for that partnership with the sheriff's office. I can't speak highly enough. And the sheriff's foundation, probation. We also do it during Thanksgiving too.
Yes.
Operation Turkey.
Okay. Operation Turkey,
Yeah.
Operation Easter,
Yeah.
getting some meals out to the community. I had no idea. Like I
Right.
knew that there was some services that were here in terms of youth outreach or youth support or
Mm-hmm.
development. I mean, I'm just amazed. Like I said, I just walked in here and didn't go down the hall until today, and just blown away at the different rooms, the after school programs that
Thank
are
you.
here. You got a
Yes.
full kitchen. Like this is the place to be. Can people just drop in if they want to learn more about services offered? What would that look
Absolutely.
like?
Absolutely. So anybody can drop in anytime. The office is fully staffed. And yeah, anything they need help with, if we can't support them in house, here at Safe Families through any of our centers,
Right.
we do warm handoffs to whoever can help them,
Right.
to whoever can support them. Nobody's ever going to walk through our doors and say they have a need where it's not going to at least be attempted to be met. So the warm handoffs are really important to us, whether they need assistance with Medi-Cal renewal or they need support with, restraining orders or all sorts of things, clothing, shoes. We have a family closet here, which I
Okay.
didn't show you.
That's all right.
But it's through donations, and we have everything from diapers and wipes to clothing in every size and kitchen stuff, you name it, you know.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's
had no
great.
idea.
Thank you.
So for this Saturday, again, I just want
Mhm.
to reiterate 10 to 2.
10 to 2.
There's going to be a lot of community partnerships. There's going to be huge egg hunts. Are those organized by age, I believe? Is that
They're
right?
by age, and I do not have it on me,
That's
but
all
if you
right.
go to our social media, the flyer's there
Okay.
and the times are on
Check
there.
out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Is there food?
There are snacks.
There's
There's
snacks.
snacks, there's water, and then we will have lemon drop
Okay.
here for purchase, and I think they're doing like a reduced cost, which is
Excellent.
awesome.
That's going to be a great
Yeah.
time. Now, I'm going to go a little personal. I
All right.
don't, so
Let's go there.
So I know the answer to this, but for those who are getting to know you and through this and the services, you grew up here in Mariposa, right?
Yes, born and raised. Yes.
I know that.
Yeah.
We rode the bus together
We
in like
did.
grade school
Yeah.
at the Mariposa Pines, Jerseydale area.
Jerseydale.
The good
Yeah.
old times. But did
It
you
was
always
fun.
want to live and stay and settle here in Mariposa, or when you were in high school and graduating?
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine you'd end up in a position like this?
I always had the desire to help people. I always had a desire to just kind of support. I think you and I were in the Grizzly Fire class together, weren't we? Or was it
I was 1 year behind
1 year
you, I think,
behind?
but I
Okay.
did do Grizzly Fire,
Right. I remember
and
that.
I'm working diligently. Chief Phil Whitson,
Yes.
who is now in
The hero.
Tennessee,
Yes.
who's amazing. We are working on a schedule to try to get him on via
Oh,
Zoom or
that's awesome.
something. So,
Yes.
Chief, if you're seeing this, give me a call.
Let's go,
We're
Chief.
working on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. So I did the Grizzly Fire, and then right out of high school, I went into working for the U.S. Forest Service as a firefighter EMT. I did that for a number of years and then moved my way up as a assistant fire engine operator. Had so many great memories, made some of the best friends. I mean, I still chat and talk to my old fire crew, which is awesome. And I learned so much from my time there. Um, Long story short, I was on an assignment and things were transpiring back at home, and I couldn't get back home for those events. And I made a decision that my time with my family wasn't worth being away. Like I didn't want to live with regret. And, it's just a personal thing that I had. So we returned to the station. 2 weeks later, I gave my notice
Okay.
and I went into working in child welfare. So I always had this thing in the back of my mind, like maybe working for CPS, which is, it's formerly known as CPS.
Oh, did it?
It's, yeah, child welfare.
Child Welfare
Yeah,
Service. Okay, sorry.
right. So yeah, I started there and as a legal secretary working with the team over there. Again, I learned a lot during that time.
Yep.
And I had no desire to leave that job. I thought I was going to be there forever. In 2014, I lost my mom tragically. And I'm not trying not to cry, but some things transpired during my life. It was really difficult for me to navigate. And then I had another event in my life where my brother had committed suicide, and he's a veteran. So he had a hard time, coming back from Afghanistan and his time there. And then some life events happened, and I was like, you know what? I got to get home and I got to love my family. I have to have more time.
Yeah.
I need to get there. And I was very supported by my team that I worked with at child welfare. And I still, I have a close relationship and I give a lot of thanks to them for getting me through that time. But I made the decision to leave.
Okay.
And I was a stay-at-home mom for a little bit, but during that time, I was on the Child Abuse Prevention Council board,
Okay.
being that I work for child welfare.
Right.
And they asked me to remain on the board, even though I wasn't staying there. And I said, sure, I'll remain on as a community member. Well, some things transpired during 2019, 20, and it called for realignment of safe families.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the board all voted and I lost and I ended up here.
And so you weren't initially like down for this.
I was like, okay, I'll help out. I believe so strongly in the mission and vision of Safe Families, and I know what it can do. So I said, okay, I'll give you some time. Long story short, I'm still here.
Executive director.
Executive director. Yes.
You're executive director.
Right. And the board, we have a great board comprised of dedicated folks from around the county. And, I told them when I took this position, I said, I want to make sure that I don't miss out on a single baseball game, baseball practice.
Yeah.
I'm happily married, mother of 2 twin boys, and I don't want to miss out on things. I will bust my hind end for you and make sure that this place is afloat. We have a great team, but I need to make sure of that.
It's absolutely critical.
It was so critical, and they made me an offer I couldn't resist, and here I am.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for you sharing what you did. I know that was probably hard. I didn't mean to poke.
No, you're fine.
Or prod, but there seems to be a connection there.
Yeah.
And I'll say that, whatever, including what you shared, the strategy with your brother, but other things that I'm sure can inspire, which we don't need to know about,
right?
Totally fine. Probably has helped inform you being here and having that heart to serve people.
Right.
Would it be a stretch to say that, the services that are offered here by Mariposa Safe Families, not only do they change the direction of lives, but they can at times save
100%. 100%.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I think that's why, when my team, when they go home and they lay their head on their pillow at night, I know that they know they did everything they could, and it takes a lot to walk through those doors. It takes a lot. And, it's something that I commend those who walk through the door who try to break down the stigma. Our team, I commend them for it because it's not easy. But at the end of the day, we're all doing what we feel is in the best interest. Absolutely.
Yeah. So the stigma. That's something I brought it up a few times, and I want to just reiterate that because someone might be watching and going, I'm going through a hard time with my spouse,
right,
boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, dad, children, whatever, myself,
right,
my own life. I'm just having a hard time.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody, and I don't know who to talk to.
Right.
The stigma. What I would say, and this is, I don't work here.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah.
Would be to take that first step, right?
Yeah.
Because you might feel embarrassed. You might be like, how can they help me? They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But taking that first step to walk through the door, and like you said, if this organization doesn't have the specific services that aligns with that person's need,
right,
somebody that does.
Absolutely.
Right?
And we will track them down and make sure.
That's incredible. Well, as tragic as whatever the situations that you've been through is, I think it's in a way being now used for good to help people, to help others.
Yeah, and I do feel that way too. I really do, and it's been pretty impactful. And it's part of, even when we're here in our team, it's you talk about adverse childhood experiences, right? And how important that is, when it's an impact on your adulthood, right?
Yeah.
And addressing those adverse childhood experiences and working through them and having people to support you through that is critical. It's critical to healing. It's critical to giving back and living your best life. It really is.
So good. That's so good.
It is. So
any other events or things that we didn't talk about? I don't want to miss anything that you wanted to share.
Oh gosh, I feel like I kind of went off on a tangent.
What do y'all do in the summer?
So the summer, we have a lot going on. Okay,
I know you do. Yeah.
We are teaming up actually with the Fire Safe Council, and we're doing it's an Ember Stomp event.
Okay.
And we do every year a fire and emergency preparedness event. And this year we're teaming up with the Fire Safe Council. And there's one other entity that I can't recall the name. I'm so sorry.
We still love you.
Yes, we do. I'm so sorry. But we have that happening in May.
Okay.
And then we have, of course, our back to school events. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, on average, we give out between 200 and 400 backpacks
Right.
and school supplies. And again,
You do it at
shout
the
out.
fairgrounds, right?
No, we do it
You do it
here.
here.
We
Excuse
do
me.
it here.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
mixing things up. Sorry.
Yeah. Back when we used to do it at the
Okay.
fairgrounds, but we moved it here and it's been great. Because a lot of the families don't have transportation.
Right.
So they're able to walk
Yeah.
here and shout out to our partners. Our partners are incredible. I mean, John C. Fremont comes in full force, probation. I mean, everybody just comes together to make sure our kiddos are taken care of.
This is excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So
Good stuff.
Saturday, and listen,
Saturday.
it's Thursday night. I'm sure you've been working like 60 hours already this week for Saturday, so I appreciate the time.
Yeah.
But if you're watching this, if you're just watching this, like I said, I'm going to post this tonight or tomorrow. Get out here Saturday, March 28th.
28th.
Sorry, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes.
There's going to be snacks and drinks and amazing booths and folks to learn about all the great services, games to play, eggs to hunt. It's going to be a good time.
There's a lot happening. Yes. And then we have Child Abuse Prevention Month coming up at the start of April.
Got it.
So we have a couple events planned for that. So stay tuned to our social media. If you don't follow us, Mariposa Safe Families.
Love it.
And yeah, we have a lot of good stuff happening.
Excellent. I ask everybody this question, so I'm going to ask you, what is the thing you love most about living here in Mariposa County?
The thing I love most, man. There's so many things, right? Gosh. Could you have warned me about that question? No, I'm just kidding. The best, you know what? It has to be the people. We have really cool people here. We have awesome people. And I see it every day, you know, when I'm not stuck in my office doing stuff. Sure. But the helping hand that everybody's always extending. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible to see everybody come together. I'm on the Little League board, right? And I see all of these sponsors coming through to make sure our youth sports are taken care of. The preschool at Woodland, the co-op. Yep. They had a circumstance come up. They set up a booth and they're good. They're good to go. Because we need that co-op. That's amazing. Of course. Kids need to play sports. So it's really awesome to see everybody come together. And if they can't provide monetary support, they're out there helping with the fields, hanging banners. So yeah, we're blessed to live here.
I agree.
We really are.
I could not agree more.
Yeah.
Well, Megan, I'm grateful for the time.
Thank you.
I know you're very busy. Safe at home this Saturday. Hop in here to learn about the wonderful services. And thank you very much.
Yes.
And, if you're liking conversations like these, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, like the content creators always say. And until then, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.